What's up, guys, and welcome to a pretty urgent video here where I'm going to cover the Manta Network and their current farming / yield incentive, which is absolutely insane value right now. So in this video, I'm going to explain what exactly is Manta, how to get involved before it's too late, and my personal price predictions of how profitable this actual farming can be. But yes, guys, let's get into it. First things first, what exactly is the Manta Network? Well, guys, this is a new Layer 2 Ethereum blockchain that was built using Celestia, and they have gotten a crazy amount of hype recently because they got investment from Binance Labs, from Polychain, from CoinFund, and due to their new upcoming sort of airdrop farming opportunity that they announced on the 14th, there have been major waves and a lot of people paying attention to this new exciting blockchain. If you want to learn a little bit more about the tech and deep dive that, I'm going to have this Medium article as well as their website in the description for you to check it out. But the big thing that you guys have to know is Manta Pacific is a modular L2 ecosystem for EVM native, zero knowledge applications and dApps that want to deliver the lowest cost and best experience for users. And they do this by leveraging Manta's universal circuits to enable ZK as a service and Celestia's data availability for modularity to deliver low gas fees. So that was a bunch of mumbo jumbo. I'm pretty sure most people watching this don't really know what that is, but the big things that you guys have to note here is they have an amazing team of different graduates from Harvard, MIT, Algorand, all of these different universities, and they are able to pair and get invested from Binance, Polychain, Berkeley Blockchain Accelerator, a lot of major names. And the big thing that they're doing here is you're able to have low fees and high scalability on this layer 2 of Ethereum while still being able to get all of these different native staking fees that you can get on Ethereum that's around 3.5 to 4% right now. They're also very developer friendly with this multi-modular approach. You have these new zero knowledge use cases, non-invasive compliance, and a growing ecosystem where they have over 150 projects already developing on their chain. The more I've researched this whole entire blockchain, the more I actually like what I'm seeing. They're really cashing in on a lot of the different narratives and a lot of the biggest recent tech that has come out, such as this modularity from Celestia. So I like what I'm seeing overall. They have a great team behind it, a lot of investment, and I think this is going to be one of the major blockchain tokens released this next year, and it's definitely one that's worth having on your radar. Now, the thing that people are really excited about is the team announced a way for you to be able to partake in this sort of airdrop or this sort of claim period where they're going to have 50 million of their 1 billion Manta token total supply available for people that deposit USDC or Ethereum. And they have 5 different ways that you can actually get yield on this whole entire blockchain. So not only do you get that 4 to 5% fixed yield on the ETH and stable coins, but then you also have this incentive of being able to get those Manta tokens. 3% or 30 million are for this whole entire airdrop campaign, and then another 2% is going to be a bonus that I'll get into. You also then have the yield from being able to take this stone, which is from the ETH, or be able to take this USDCM, which is from the USDC, and you can use that on some of their different protocols that are already out and gain more money there. And then they also have an additional 1.5% token incentive for people that are using those protocols. And then you can also optionally stake this to Engine Layer and potentially make even more money from that. You can then kind of see here, guys, how is this different compared to some of these other L2s that are already out there? And it's showing that it's EVM compatible, there's cheaper gas, you get the native yield, they're taking this gas revenue and sharing that with people in the ecosystem. They have a lot more incentives with all these different ways of making money with those 5 different tiers, all of these different protocols that are already being built on it. And this is the main thing that's separating it from other L2s. So how exactly can you participate and how is this airdrop farming campaign working? Well, guys, there is a deadline of January 2024 for you to deposit your Ethereum or your USDC. And this is why I was saying this is a pretty urgent video, because I'm recording this on the 30th. So you might only have 2 days from the time I post this video to get in, unless they extend that a few days into January. So there's not a lot of time left. what's going to happen is you're going to be able to deposit that Ethereum or that USDC, and you're going to get Stone and USDM as a result. Now, you can actually use that Stone or that USDM automatically on all these different protocols over here that's listed if you go to the little right-hand section. So you can actually use these different tokens and get additional yield on it. Then what happens is over 69 days, you are going to get these box keys. And once you get enough of these box keys, you basically claim an NFT, and that NFT is going to have one of 6 rarities. So you get all of these different NFTs. Now you can combine these NFTs into a special NFT, and that's where that additional 2% of supply is going to. People that combine all of these NFTs together. Otherwise, you are getting one of these 6 different rarities that each are going to get a different amount of airdrop. I don't think we know how much each NFT is getting based on its rarity, but it's going to be a total of that 3%. And at the end of 69 days, you are going to be able to withdraw all of those Manta tokens that you earned, as well as your USD, or as well as your USDC, as well as your Ethereum. So pretty much the deal is, guys, is you deposit Ethereum or you deposit USDC, it's locked for 69 days, but in exchange, you get these NFTs that you can either sell on the marketplace and be able to make money over here, or you can hold them and get those tokens in the future. Now, getting started on this is pretty easy. The first thing you're going to need is an invite code, which I'll put in the description of my video. I do get helped, and you do also get helped by using that invite code, or you can find someone else to get a code if you don't want to go through my video. But once you click on the link in the description, you're then going to be able to connect your Twitter and connect your wallet, and then it'll open up an account that looks like this. You'll see your Twitter at the top, and you'll also be able to add the Manta Network to your actual MetaMask wallet. And at that point in time, you'll now be able to deposit your Ethereum, or you'll be able to deposit your USDC. It'll show up over here and it'll say something like deposit. Now, I've already personally deposited some of my Ethereum because I think it's one of those situations where if you just have Ethereum sitting, or if you just have USDC sitting and you're bullish on holding those for more than 69 days, you might as well get the additional yield by putting it to work for you on here, because you're getting 4 or 5 of these different yield incentives by doing this. Once you've deposited your Ethereum, you'll have an option to bridge more if you'd like, but right now you're already good to go, and you're going to start generating these box pieces. Once you have 25 box pieces, you then get one of these boxes, and you can open that box to get one of those 6 different NFTs. So maybe you'll get lucky and you'll get one of the rarer ones that is worth over $1,000 right now just from one of these boxes. So there's like a little bit of gambling that's going in on this, which is pretty fun, right? The other thing that you guys have to note about this is that you need to have at least 0.25 Ethereum, or you're not going to get enough pieces to actually open these different boxes. So if you're someone listening and wants to get involved, but you have less than 0.25 Ethereum you want to do with this, or the equivalent of that in USDC, then this is something, unfortunately, that's not going to be for you unless you are good at getting other people to basically go on this Manta network. Because what happens, guys, is you're going to have these invite codes where you can basically send an invite to other people, and it's going to look something like this. Now, in the beginning, if you don't have as much Ethereum, you're not going to get as many invite codes, but the more people you invite and the more Ethereum they stake, the more box pieces that you're going to get, and they are also going to get box pieces. So if you're someone that you think you can get a lot of people to kind of put your ETH on here, you're also going to have a way of making money in that way as well. So for me, for example, we have our Alpha Group Jelly Cubes. I put this link in there, and we were able to get a couple people to put some Ethereum. And once again, this is helping both myself as well as other people that are getting involved. So it's kind of one of those win-win situations. And once you get to past 20 Ethereum, you'll actually have a permanent invite link as well. So just be wary that you're not going to have unlimited invite links unless you get to that 20 Ethereum level. The next thing that you guys have to do here, once you have deposited your Ethereum, you're going to realize that you can't actually open these boxes. The reason is you bridged this Ethereum and you now have this stone, but you don't actually have any Ethereum on the Manta network. So what you guys have to do is you have to go to this bridge where now you can deposit Ethereum from the mainnet or ERC20, and you can now deposit that onto the Manta Pacific mainnet. Now you need to do this in order to open up your boxes, and you also need to do this if you want to get additional yield, because in this bottom right corner, guys, you're going to see all of these different, I'll go this way. You're going to see all these different protocols that have already released on this chain. And not only can you take your Stone or your USDCM and get different yields on there, but on top of that, all of these different protocols are giving away Manta tokens as well to people that are interacting on those different protocols. So you might as well do it in order to get additional Manta, but you're going to need to bridge some Ethereum first just to cover those different gas fees. One of the ones that I recommend checking out, just because it's the simplest one, is called Layer Bank, and you can actually scroll down and see your USDCM, or you can see your Stone, and you can supply over here. So for example, it's going to see my Stone. I can put 10 Stone in, and now I'm going to be borrowing or lending out this Stone token. What's nice about this is there's no risk of liquidation. The only risk here is if you hit looping, which I don't recommend doing, where now all of a sudden you can get liquidated. But outside of that, you're going to get 3.5%, and then you're also going to be able to get these different rewards for supplying. Now, each of these different protocols have a different way of giving out their Manta tokens for this incentive, but for this one, every $1 of assets you deposit, you'll get 1.15 points every 6 hours. And then if you're someone that wants to farm this even further, you can also do some borrowing and staking to get additional rewards. Now, the big question that you guys might be asking right now is, okay, Jay, this was a lot of stuff. How much can I make here? Because I'm locking up my Ethereum or I'm locking up my USDC for 69 days. Is this something that's actually worth it? The short answer is, guys, is if you just have that Ethereum or USDC sitting and you're not planning on spending it for 69 days, then yes, 100% it's worth it, because the APR is very high right now. Right now, the TVL has been booming, but it's currently at $250 million. And if you think about it, guys, 50 million tokens are going out, but only 30 million of these tokens are going out for that 3%. So let's say you didn't have any of those bonus NFTs. So this is about 60 million USD worth of tokens that are going out if this blockchain hits a 2 billion FDV. Now, in their last seed round, they actually raised at a 500 million FDV valuation. And I think it's a pretty low target for this protocol, especially with everything coming out and all these projects already building, for them to hit a 2 billion FDV. At a 2 billion FDV, we're looking at about $2 per token, which is about $60 million worth of token when you times that by the 30 million tokens that are available from that 3%, not even the 5%. Now, what's interesting is if you pro-rata this over a year, you now have 317 million divided by whatever the TVL of DeFi Llama right now. So for example, in this situation, guys, we know it's 317 million USD value over the course of the year based on a 2 billion FDV. We can now divide that by the current TVL, which is about 250 million. It can change at the time of this video. And what we get is a 127% APR. This 127% APR is equivalent to making around $21 for every $100 you put into this in the course of 69 days. So yes, guys, it's a high APR. This is a audited blockchain. You're just depositing the Ethereum. Hopefully there's no sort of smart contract hacks or something like that, but you're able to right now get 127% APR simply holding your Ethereum, which I was already holding this Ethereum anyways. And if this whole entire blockchain goes even higher than a 2 billion, or if you're actually able to get other people to basically stake with you through your referral codes, then your actual APR is going to be even higher than this. This is one of those on the lower end predictions. So yes, I personally went in and I put some of my ETH on here just because I was holding that ETH anyways, like I said. And the big thing is I think a lot of people simply don't know about this opportunity or aren't paying as much attention to it, or are going to miss the cutoff. They only announced this on the 14th. And yes, a lot of people have been talking about it, but there was only a little over a 2-week window during this whole entire Christmas period for people to be able to get into this. Just remember, as a final note here, guys, I don't think that this is worth it unless you can get at least 0.25 Ethereum in order to actually get those rewards. And I think this is only truly worth it if you're willing to lock up this money and you think that that money wouldn't be able to make you more money somewhere else. The opportunity cost, right? For me, I'm bullish on Ethereum. I was already holding Ethereum. Now I can get an additional yield and a protocol that hopefully has a low chance of getting hacked based on all the money and investment that has gone into this protocol, right? So for me, it made sense. But if you're someone that doesn't have a lot of capital and you think you can outpace that APR, then you're better off maybe putting this money into other areas, making a couple quick flips, etc., etc. But for me, I was holding Ethereum anyways, and now I can get an additional yield with a lot of upside potential and one of the most upcoming and exciting blockchains that are coming out in this next year. But yeah, guys, that wraps up the video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Good luck to those that are participating. Once again, all of these links, including my invite code, are going to be in the description here. And yeah, catch you guys later.